Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and ladies and gentlemen, do we have a hell of a video today. Now, this video is all about Ethan from H3H3, Ethan and Gila. As you all know, that H3H3 is a channel that I've actually followed since its beginning. I was there for the reaction videos, and I noped the fuck out when the podcast began. I watched a couple episodes, it's fine, but I'm sorry, after how long that podcast has been running, it's just really, it really shows why H3H3 has gone out of touch. The guests you invite are treated like shit sometimes, okay? You have these really awkward cringe moments like Bill Burr. You invite podcast stars like Keemstar, okay, who people don't like, and then immediately go into the comments and say, yeah, fuck this guy, we hate him too, which is an incredibly sneaky thing to do. Okay, by the way, I'm just going to put it out there. There's a lot of examples I can put into this situation that I find generally weird about the podcast. And I'm not going to go into it's a boring podcast, because yes, it's boring to me, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who jerk off to every episode that comes out, so it's a difference of opinion. But beyond that, the biggest complaint that I had with that podcast is the ego that comes out all the time. Ethan has went from a relatable YouTuber to a YouTuber that has gotten a massive amount of success, a massive amount of cash, and that's not the worst. What's the worst about it is he's went from all of that humble beginning to a fucking egotistical dude at the end of the day. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It goes beyond the ego, because this video is sponsored by a shitty fucking take. Now, let's just get into it, okay? Now, if you don't know, the pandemic is all around us. We're quarantined in our homes, and we don't really have an end in sight, okay? All we can do is come together and try to survive all of this as much as we can. Getting out of this pandemic, the world is going to be a lot different than it was when it started. It may take us time to recover, but it is what it is. We're stuck in it together, and we are a team, and we'll come out of it strong. Now, in this trying time, Ethan has had plenty of time to sit on Twitter and morally grandstand and basically spread his political beliefs, as shitty as they may be and as pseudo-intellectual as he comes across. But that's not even my concern. My concern is his donation shaming and how hypocritical it fucking is. And it's something that has actually pissed me off enough to make this video. Now, going into this, if you don't know, Jeff Bezos, the richest fucking dude in the world, okay, donated $100 million. Now, as far as I'm considering this, $100 million is $100 million. That is a lot of money that has gone to save lives and fight against this pandemic. You may look at his net worth and say, wow, he donated a tiny percentage of his cash, but that's $100 million that any organization can do wonders with if they use it appropriately. Ethan did the exact same thing. He looked at Jeff Bezos, said, wow, the richest guy in the world only gave $100 million, and just completely shat on it. Now, I'm just going to say this much, okay? Donation shaming is shitty, Ethan, okay? Let me just put it out there. The take I had is the right fucking take, because it shows you that that money is going to be used to save lives. To look at someone donate and then immediately look at how much they're worth is so fucking toxic, it's not even funny. But he made that take. And then it's also hypocritical, because it's the same guy that lives in a $10 million fucking mansion, look it up, and hasn't donated shit, as far as I'm considered, to COVID-19. And you know how I fucking believe that? That's because this is the same guy that donated only $1,000 to Team Trees when that was out. See, I can do the same fucking thing you do, Ethan, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not a fucking hypocrite when it comes to this shit. The reality of it is, he fucking only donated a tiny percent of his net worth to a charity. And that's his take. If I was to apply Ethan logic, yeah, guess what? You're just as shitty as Bezos. But I'm not going to do that, because in my mind, I say, wow, $1,000 to a charity? Good job. That's $1,000 that charity didn't fucking have. That'll change something. That'll change the future. That'll help somebody out. That's what I look at. All right? Any donation is good when it goes to a good cause. Whether you donate $1, whether you donate $1 million, I believe, you did something altruistically, and that's a good fucking job. I don't look at, wow, you only donated $100, but you could have given 10,000. No, because $100 is better than zero. And that's just what it comes down to. This is an individual that morally grandstands against billionaires while being a multimillionaire himself. Let me put it into perspective, Ethan. You're so fucking out of touch that you and Jeff Bezos, yes, I know he's about 130 million times richer than you, I guess, by your math, but guess what? You're both in a situation that is better than 99.9% of the fucking world out there. There's people who are living paycheck to paycheck right now, wondering what the fuck they can do to move on month by month. And you're over here shitting on a billionaire donating $100 million to a charity? I get it, he's the richest guy in the world. Yeah, I've done the math. I know what his net worth is. And if you were smart, Ethan, you would know that most multi-billionaires actually have their money tied up in stock and property, and they can't liquidate that shit right now in the middle of a pandemic. But again, that just shows me how much life fucking experience you actually have. See, the point that I'm trying to make here is hypocrisy is fucking terrible, especially when it comes from this guy who was so in touch with the community years ago and is now so fucking out of touch it's not even funny. Don't you guys own Teddy Fresh, by the way? One of that big, leading brand, the affordable $50 t-shirt company that is out there? Why don't you guys sit down and make N95 respirator masks and donate them to health officials so they can use those masks to help protect themselves while they protect the general public getting infected right now? Because the death toll is getting pretty fucking high, Ethan. But you're not going to do that, okay? You're not going to do it because this is the same individual that only acts out of self-fucking interest. Don't believe me? How about you look at the fucking FUPA fund? When has that shit been active? It's sitting there with $0 in the fund, and he ain't doing shit with it. It wasn't even active at all. Yes, a fund designed to help YouTubers fight fair use issues. I guess it's not here anymore. I guess it's not functioning. Hey, shit, we forgot about it. It was great when it financed and served us, but I guess it don't serve us anymore, so fucking call it a day. You see, the reality of it is I've screwed with H3H3 for a long time, and I could definitely get behind Ethan on everything. But this concept of donation shaming, of hypocrisy, of being fuck the rich while also being rich yourself is just incredibly toxic to me. You know, it's gotten to a point where I could laugh at everything H3H3 posted, but dude, you are not a fucking intellectual. Your political takes are hot fucking garbage. Okay, let me just put that shit out there. And then not only that, but your takes against the rich, who actually do more than the common person, despite them not giving every single thing. Which, by the way, Ethan, how do you expect every fucking multi-billionaire, do you expect them at every crisis to give half their net worth away? I mean, that doesn't fucking work that way. I just don't understand how you get that mind into your head. But the reality of it is that this is an individual that shits on other people's for how little they donate, while also doing the exact same themselves. You know, Ethan, if you really fucking cared, okay, if you really gave a shit about helping the fucking world, we would all see it, because you are the one guy to definitely rub it in our faces if you were to help the world out. I'm just going to put that shit out there. It sickens me that you're going to be at this situation. You're going to use a pandemic to push some fucking ideology or some political belief or some nonsense when you fall into the pit of hypocrisy yourself. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to stretch this video out to 10 fucking minutes. I made my point. I said what I said. And you know what? Ethan, you're probably going to fucking watch this video at some point. I know you will. Okay, I definitely see that level of vanity in you at this point, that ego. And you're going to watch this video and you're going to say, wow, here's another fucking hater, this smelly Indian hater on the internet who just doesn't understand me. And you know what? I guess I don't fucking understand you, because we are so fucking out of touch, it's not even funny. But if for a second you get a moment of self-clarity and realize, wow, I had a really shitty fucking take, then maybe I'll just get that shred of respect back for you. But at the end of the day, I don't fucking care. I ain't jealous. I'm doing my own thing. I'm fine. I'm doing what I do. Okay, I know the jealous thing is going to be hit hardcore, because you're going to have fan bases clash, and you're going to have this fucking, you're going to have somebody say, wow, I guess you're just a hater. I guess you're a hater of what? Hater of a shitty take? Damn straight. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I'm going to end this video off by saying this much, okay? Don't donation shame. Don't be a fucking hypocrite. In times like this, please come together. Please help as much as you can. That's all I really ask. You know, don't get into that pit of toxicity like this shit. That's all I'm going to say. Come together, be a good community, and make sure to help out the other person. And don't shit on somebody for how much or how little they give in any situation. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.